elements in the Buffalo Police Department, working in conjunction with the FBI, are attempting to sabotage the liberation struggle in this area by preparing to attack our office. We have stated, at any time the police want to search our office, they will be permitted if they are accompanied by our attorneys and the people from the community, and search must take place during daylight hours. We feel that this position renders invalid any pretext that the police might use for attacking our office. We draw the line at the threshold of our doors. Therefore, those who approach our doors in the manner of outlaws who seek to enter our homes illegally, unlawfully, and in a rowdy fashion, those who kick our doors down with no authority and seek to ransack our home in violation of our human rights will henceforth be treated as gangsters and evildoers. Last night we received a visit by the Buffalo Police Department. About 4 to 6 cars came and blocked off the area right in here. And we received a knock at our door. And all of a sudden, everyone just left. We noticed pigs up on the roof. We noticed pigs going in the side of the building with sniper rifles with telescopic sights on it. We had an official from the Buffalo Police Department inform me that they were setting up. I believe it was Pig Felicetta. He was oinking at his other officers that they were planning to have someone make a mysterious call saying they seen a man walk into Panther headquarters with a gun, and they were all gonna rush in here and kick the door in under that pretense. See, and like I say, we must judge them by this social practice, and they've been known to do things like this.
When I found the newsreel about the Black Panthers, and you were talking about the raid on the Black Panther headquarters, we talked briefly about it when we spoke on the phone. Can you share the story behind that newsreel? The newsreel's been shared on Facebook since 2015. I know you told me that you told me briefly that you almost lost your life in that situation. Take us back to that situation. What was on that newsreel?
Okay. Well, the party held the People's Revolutionary Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia, and every chapter in the country came down there. And Michael Sechuel Tabor, he was one of the great speakers at that time, and he was motivating. So we took.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen films of him.
Yeah, he was something else. He was before his time. But anyway, we were coming back. We had a delegation. We had taken about 8 people down there, and we had a delegation, and we were coming back from Philadelphia. And what happened at our headquarters, of course, they had taught us how to set it up, and we were sandbagged. We had sandbags, and we had slots, rifle slots, and in other words, we were protecting ourselves because at that time, as I said, there was a lot of confusion, and the police they were attacking our offices. And make a long story short, they were killing us, and we were determined to defend ourselves. That was one of the main points of our platform. That's why Huey was in jail. That's why Bobby was in jail, because we weren't going to let them just do what they had been doing with passive resistance. You know, we an eye for an eye. You know, armed struggle. If they use guns, we're going to use guns. And we had our headquarters set up and everything. And we were coming back from the convention at Philadelphia. It must have been about 10 or 11 o'clock. Okay. And we were coming into getting out the car and coming into the office, and I happened at the time to have a shotgun that I was bringing into the headquarters, and we were under surveillance. And what happened was one of the officers had made the call, Black Panthers, they got guns. So we went in, and I got a call, and I was told that, by one of the black officers that, you guys, watch yourselves, be ready, because they're getting ready to come in. So I I informed everybody, so we all got in our positions, and we used to have target practice, and we used to go out and shoot, and we had at that particular time AK-47s, we had 45s, we had 30-06s, we had 30 caliber carbines, and everyone knew how to shoot, and everybody knew what to do. And what happened was, once I got the call, when we got into the readiness position, there was a knock at the door, and I told everybody, listen, take your positions, and we weren't going to open the door because we figured if we opened the door, they would just bum rush us in there and, just start shooting. So we said that if they come in and if we were going to die, we wanted to be in the right. They were invading our home, and we felt that we had the right to defend our home. And they knocked on the door, and I forget who it was, but they were going to answer. I said, no, under no circumstances are we going to answer the door. We're going to let them kick it in, and when they kick it in, we're going to start firing because they're going to come in firing. And thank God we didn't answer the door. And they were, I didn't find this out until after the fact that they had snipers on the roof. They had I don't know how many people outside, but I guess it was rehearsed. They were ready for armed confrontation because we weren't going to go quietly. And at the last minute, it was called off. And then the next day, I found out that what was going to take place. And thank God we didn't open the door because that was the plan. Once we opened that door, they were coming in. And if they would have came in, we were going to, start shooting because they were going to come in shooting. And eventually I was arrested. I was arrested for that. And they had charged me with possession of a loaded firearm. And eventually we went to trial, and we beat the case because it wasn't against the law at that time to have a loaded shotgun, a loaded firearm. Well, as long as it was in plain sight. Now, you couldn't have a loaded pistol or anything hiding it, but there was no law against having a loaded rifle in plain sight. And that's what happened. I was acquitted. And matter of fact, some of the gang members, a lot of them, when I was in jail waiting to make bail, they came down and they had a little demonstration, saying free Kevin Blackford, and they marched around the jail and everything. And eventually, my bail was paid and I got out.
Okay.
But yeah, that was that incident, and it was a very, very crucial incident because it was touch and go. Because we said if we're going to die, we're going to be martyrs, so don't worry about it, And like I said, I found out a lot more details after the fact. That was the plan. They were going to come in there. They were going to kill me first of all because I was the one who had founded the chapter, because they had, at the time we didn't know it, but they had their spies and their informants and stuff. And we were all young at the time, and we didn't know the intricacies of intelligence and how the police and how law enforcement operated about placing informants in particular spots to get information, et cetera, et cetera. And that was how that happened.
Wow. Well, now we know it's good to hear the story behind how all that came about. I've had that film for so many years but never even knew if I would even meet you or even talk to you. So it was good to hear that story.
See, that's why we had the news conference. And that's a very, very important tape, because if anyone has the chance to watch it, I would recommend that they watch it. I'm sure they can get the website from you.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, we made statements and we told them that we would not be intimidated. And we felt as if they came into our homes as gangsters and criminals, they would be dealt with like gangsters and criminals coming into our home. Oh. And we were ready. It was getting ready to go down.
Yeah.
I don't know what police captain it was who